From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is Wake Up Weather.
Good Friday morning to you. I'm Kelly Rawson here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. We are live at 6 a.m. We had some storms last night, bringing us, yes, some much needed rain, but also some gusty winds and some power outages. We should be in better shape, though, for today. In fact, today's weather word of the day going to be hot. It is going to be hot all across the Tennessee Valley. We have some more much needed rain on the way by the weekend. Unfortunately, that will come at a cost to some of our weekend plans. It seems to always time out that way, but beneficial rainfall, another round is on the way. Cooler temperatures on the way as well. So I will have everything you need to know about your weekend forecast and how to adjust your weekend plans, as well as if you still need some weekend plans. Stick around to the end of this weather update, the end of the 7-day forecast. I will have events going on across the Tennessee Valley this weekend. But let's go ahead and jump right on into current conditions. Live Viper Doppler radar brought to you by Fuller Services of North Alabama. Not looking bad right now. We are dry finally all across the Tennessee Valley. Any sort of rain and thunder shower activity died down around midnight, and we have been dry since. Clouds are continuing to clear out, but we are dry for the morning, and we should stay dry for the rest of today. So we can leave the rain gear at home for today, give it a little bit of a break until we get to tomorrow. Now, because of that rainfall late last night, we are looking at just a little bit of patchy fog out there. Nothing significant, but to parts of southern middle Tennessee, especially where it rained last night, into parts of Marshall County, as well as Giles County, maybe even into parts of rural Lincoln County, up into Murray County, and even parts of rural Lawrence County, as well as Lewis County, Wayne County, looking at some reduced visibility. Again, not a big deal by any means this morning, but you may notice some patchy fog on your way to wherever you may be going on this early Friday morning. Temperatures are also off to at least a chillier start than yesterday. We are in the 50s area wide, mid 50s at that Red Bay, the warm spot at 60 degrees this morning. But here's the thing, you may need a jacket this morning. You will certainly be regretting that choice by the afternoon. We are going to be very, very warm, if not downright hot by this afternoon. You'll see temperatures here in just a moment on Futurecast. In fact, we'll even have to add a few degrees to what Futurecast is showing, but mostly sunny to partly cloudy for the rest of today. So be sure you're staying hydrated and wearing sunscreen today, because even just a little bit of time outdoors, you will get sunburn, and it's going to be very, very hot out there. Temperatures in the upper 80s to lower 90s. For today, we should stay dry. Clouds pick back up by the afternoon. We'll call it partly cloudy. Otherwise, though, we should stay dry and rain-free for today. So again, we give the rain gear a break for today, but you will need it once again for tomorrow. But for the rest of this evening, things looking dry as well. Temperatures falling back to a little bit more of a comfortable temperature by this evening. Cloud cover increases overnight. We're still dry for tonight and even for the early morning hours of Saturday, but that will all come to a change by Saturday afternoon. A cold front we've been talking about all week will be bringing us another round of much needed rain. The good news for Saturday, not looking at severe weather, just some much needed rain. Could be some thunder and lightning at times as well. Unfortunately, it comes just in time to probably ruin some of your outdoor plans. This is around and just after lunchtime, about 1 p.m. Our first round of rain and storms will be moving in. So afternoon, evening plans, unfortunately, not looking very favorable to get those in. I would be thinking of backup plans, indoor plans, or rescheduling some of those outdoor events for Saturday. And afternoon into the evening, showers and storms will be around for the rest of the afternoon, even deeper into the evening. This is about 8 o'clock, still some rain lingering in the area, but that frontal system really working to cool us off heading into the overnight. We will clear overnight. Your Sunday morning plans do not need to feature any sort of rain gear, but will need a jacket. Temperatures will be starting off in the 40s, only reaching the 60s by Sunday afternoon. The good news, though, we will have a clearing sky and plenty of sunshine by your Sunday afternoon. So the first half of the weekend looking rainy. You'll need the rain gear, want to maybe make some indoor plans. And then for Sunday, yes, it will be colder, but you can get in some outdoor plans. Will be a little bit breezy with that wind out of the north, but then heading into next week, Monday, Tuesday, even into the middle of next week, things looking dry as high pressure is around the Tennessee Valley. So again, for today, going to be a hot one. Yes, a little bit chillier start to the day this morning with temperatures in the 50s, but we will be reaching the upper 80s, if not some lower 90s out there by this afternoon in North Alabama. Temperatures still in the 80s by Saturday before rain and storms move in. Again, no severe weather is expected on Saturday, just some much needed rain and unfortunately some plan busting rain as well. For your Sunday, temperatures cooler. noticeably cooler, but not too dramatic. Again, we're seeing less dramatic cool-offs with these cold fronts as we get deeper and deeper into spring, but still noticeably cooler Sunday into the upper 60s, and then hey, we're right back into the 70s. So yes, some relief from this heat if the last few days and if today's forecast is looking a little bit too warm for you. Sunday is your day to get some relief from that heat, and then we stay in the 70s and even back into the lower 80s by the middle and end of next week. So if you're heading out this morning, again, we can leave the rain gear at home. You might need a jacket this morning, but you will not need one by this afternoon. We're starting off in the 50s, warming up to just about 70 degrees by 9 a.m. and it is only up, and up from there in the temperature department. You see there here on the rest of our hourly forecast, upper 80s to lower 90s this afternoon, mostly sunny to partly cloudy. Things should stay dry for today. That changes for tomorrow. Again, it's much needed rain for us here in the Tennessee Valley. Unfortunately, it always seems to just fall on the most inconvenient times, and I just hate that happens. But again, much needed rain in the form of scattered to widespread showers and storms. Again, no severe weather expected, just some much needed rain Saturday afternoon, evening, deeper into the overnight, but then clearing out by your Sunday morning. So Sunday morning plans are okay, and Sunday afternoon plans are okay if you can bear the chillier temperatures. We go from the 80s back to the 60s, and then Sunday night will be quite chilly into the upper 30s to lower 40s, but then we are right back into the 70s heading into next week. So again, our cool-offs with these cold fronts as we get deeper into spring are a little bit less dramatic and a little bit more short-lived, which is certainly heading in the right direction, heading towards summer. But yes, much needed rain with that cold front coming through Saturday and Saturday night. So that's a look at the weather portion of this live at 6 a.m. Let's go ahead and get started on some events happening across the Tennessee Valley this weekend. There will be a plant sale on Saturday at Hope Botanical Garden in Leoma, Tennessee from 7 a.m. until 12 p.m. This is a free event. Of course, you will be out there to purchase some plants as well, but free entry to that event. The farmers market is back and farmers market season is back. It is my favorite time of the year for fresh local fruits and veggies. So head out to the farmers market at the marketplace in Savannah, Tennessee over in Hardin County, 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. There will be all kinds of local vendors set up out there for you to shop from. There will be a quilt show at the First Baptist Church in Lexington, Alabama. That's from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. There will be all kinds of quilt displays as well as vendors set up out there. Ladies Conference happening in Fayetteville, Tennessee at Christian Fellowship Church from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. Enjoy a nice time of good company as well as a guest speaker for that event. A pet adoption event happening at One Stop Medical in Lawrenceburg on Saturday from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. Family Storybook hike happening at David Crockett State Park in Lawrenceburg. That starts at 10 a.m. Hopefully that gets underway before the rain moves in. There will be, of course, a hike and a celebration of the Storybook Trail grand opening out there. Also on Saturday will be the Crawfish Festival at the camp in Huntsville, Alabama from 11 a.m. until 11 p.m. So that is an all-day event. Make sure you bring the rain gear out there. Free entry and then all-you-can-eat purchasing options for whatever you may like. Touch a Truck happening at Riverwalk Park in Columbia, Tennessee from 1 p.m. until 3 p.m. This is also a free event for the family to go out to enjoy. Mount Pleasant on the Porch happening in Mount Pleasant. Address is 106 Pleasant Street for that porch. 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Enjoy live music, treats, and again, this is another free family-friendly event. If you have any events going on in your community and you would like to see that event on the community calendar, be sure to send me an email with those details and I will get that on the community calendar for all to see. Email's right there on your screen, kelly@tnvalleyweather.com. Remember, for today, going to be very hot out there. Rain gear needed for tomorrow afternoon and evening. Looks to be scattered to widespread rain and storms. Have a great weekend.
You're watching the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel.